there's a lot of strategies out there that are genuinely bullshit. And the reason why is because a lot of strategies that gurus offer is genuinely just pattern trading. The thing is, if you truly want to become profitable, you have to know how the market moves. And how does the market move? You have to enter trades off of market impulse, right? And I'm gonna break this fully down to you. And if you guys don't know me, I am Faisal. I've been trading for a while now. My YouTube and my TikTok dates to about like 2 years ago or maybe a year ago. I don't remember. It's been a while, but I started trading 4 years ago, and I became profitable about 2 to 3 years ago. But anyway, today I'm gonna be giving you guys my full strategy, and I'm going to be breaking it down fully to you guys. So let's get into this entire thing. The first thing, the basis of everything, I don't even want to, before I hop into my strategy breakdown, I want to tell you guys that journaling and overall trading, like it's psychological, it's 90% psychological based. And if you genuinely want to become profitable, you have to journal, right? So you see, I have my fresh account. I took my first trade about last Thursday, and I already started journaling, right? I feel confident, 145 macro, and this and that. So I always journal, no matter what. And I use Trade Nova to personally journal. And what Trade Nova does is it truly helps me. It gives me psychological insights and even has an AI mentor, but that's besides the point, right? So let's hop into a full strategy breakdown right now. All right, so we're on a clean slate, and the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is AMD because it's a huge part of my strategy. AMD is accumulation, manipulation, distribution. It's the power of three, PO3. And the reason why this is so important is simply because PO3 will help you essentially read the market better. Now, what is it? Well, accumulation is when market moves sideways. Manipulation is when market manipulates towards one direction after it accumulates. And then the real breakthrough is distribution. And we're always trying to answer for distribution. We never try to answer for manipulation. There's theories out there that say Asian session is accumulation, London session is manipulation, and New York session is distribution. But it's a whole bunch of theories. But me personally, I just like to keep on a short time frame. Like for example, if it's 5 minute chart, you might have like equation right here, and then market manipulates towards one side, and then my entry can be toward downside. And manipulation come in many different forms. Like you could have turtle soup, SMT. You could even have just a normal liquidity sweep. I usually do turtle soup or liquidity sweep. I don't really do SMT. Or I see that market maybe breaks through one side in some sort of way. I'll get into all this in a second though. But what I'm looking for is I answer for distribution, right? So, a large question that I get is how do I do it so accurately? Well, me personally, I find that actually before we hop on that, I find that for you to become a good trader and for you to enter these most optimal trades, you need something called displacement. And what displacement is a candle that causes a fair value gap. So, all right, so looking at this trade right here, this is exactly what I mean by displacement. Displacement is candles that essentially cause a fair value gap above a certain range. So, for example, here we had a break structure, or it doesn't have to be above a certain range, just a candle that makes fair value gap overall. And in this case, it did make it above a certain range. And for my entry here, we can see that market what we had. Okay, hold up, where is it? We had manipulation down here above these lows, fake sweep, kind of faking this out current order flow, which is going up. And then I was waiting for market to go back up. Went back up. We had displacement, okay, above this zone, causing our market structure towards the upside. Order flow stabilized. We're going back up. We're above EMA again. What happened? Okay, we come down. We bounce off of EMA and we bounce off this fair value gap that was made from the displacement candle, the first displacement candle, giving us an optimal entry off of displacement of this market structure. So you see, like I'm always off of displacement because displacement is so important when it comes to my particular strategy. Why? Because it's market impulse, right? The strategy could be it's like flexible. The most important thing is that you have to wait for displacement, or other market impulse. And there's others, right? There's many others, and I get deep into that in my Discord. But right now, I just want to talk about most displacement. Like the others that I talk about is my RSI or my email, or how to find order flow, or certain ways that market break structure. And just essentially, there's a lot, but the most important one that I would say is displacement, right? Because you could become profitable by just using displacement. And another thing is manipulation, because manipulation is important. You see, the trade that I took last time was off a liquidity sweep. Sorry, my thing bugged out. But the trade that I took last time was off a liquidity sweep. Market, what? Figure this out. Going maybe towards some sort of fair value gap. Exactly how this one worked out. What happened? Market faked this out, going towards fair value gap, and then easy trade. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very simple. Remember, we want to see displacement above these break structures. It's very, very simple. Something that I go over a lot because it's so important is time frame alignment. Because okay, where are we gonna find our order flow? Where are we gonna find our daily buys? Where are we gonna answer? Well, for example, since most of my entries are gonna be in the 1 minute or maybe the 5 minute, but let's just take the 1 minute right now. Most of my entries are in the 1 minute. Then we're gonna look for order flow and overall liquidity, fair value gaps, all that on the 15 minute, right? Where we're gonna see how market is essentially moving. And our daily bias is where on the 4 hour. So this is how you connect the same thing. If my thing was on the 5 minute, right? Entries on the 5 minute, 1 hour liquidity, order flow, then I wanna look for my daily bias on the daily chart. Very, very simple. It connects. It's like a three-step process. Daily bias, looking for order flow or some things, and then your entry is gonna be on those time frame. And here is a clear view of what AMD is, because the market, remember, accumulation, manipulation, and then you want to answer for distribution. It's very, very simple. Very, very simple. Always respect these type of things. And that is essentially the basis of my strategy. One more thing though is that we try to respect a 1-to-1 restore ratio to a 1-to-3. 1-to-1 is permissible if we're on the lowest time frame, right? So 1-to-1 is permissible if we're on like the 1 minute chart, but if we're on the 5 minute, I would say go for more 1-to-2. The reason why 1-to-1 is permissible on the 1 minute chart is because market is a lot faster than the 1 minute chart. So sometimes we see a lot more like people just getting, me personally through experience and my students in general, seen that people just get like they just get stopped out of the trade a lot faster. So on the 5 minutes, it's a lot more stable. Market moves towards your direction a lot better. But I also like the 1 minute a lot more because you do take profits a lot faster, and 1-to-ones hit a lot more than the 5 minute, like a lot more. And the reason why is because 1-to-ones is like it's easier for the market to hit instead of like such a big zone, right? Let me show you like it's such a big zone compared to a small zone. Market is more likely to hit that zone, and a 1-to-1 is like you could flip a coin, right? And you could land 60% of the time towards heads, and if that's how the market moved, then you would have a 60% win rate. You get what I'm saying? So as long as your win rate is above 50%, you can become profitable with 1-to-ones. You know what I mean? So it's very, very simple. And yeah. And again, something that's very, very important is going to be journaling and overall tracking your trades and psychological links. For psychology, I really, really recommend Trade Nova. Remember, you have AI insights, you have AI, like for example, I journaled right here that I said I didn't size too much, so I took a small one. I'm going to size up from now on, right? And then you go to my AI insights. Since you experience a successful trade, consider maintaining a routine, reinforce positive outcomes. Avoid overtrading by sticking to trades that meet your criteria strictly. And this is probably because I said I'm going to size up, right? So I really Trade Nova just helps me with everything. It's very, very good. If AI mentor, you could ask them anything. And yeah, but for my full strategy, and you all want, because I post daily lectures, if you guys want everything, right, on how I work my time frame, my liquidity, a whole bunch of lectures on, it's going to all be in my Discord, the link in the bio. You guys should join up. I'll see y'all. I love y'all. And take care. All right. Try to become profitable. Remember, stay disciplined. It's really a hard thing. You really, really have to stick through it. And once you do, it's going to be all worth it. Okay. This strategy, I guarantee you, it's going to take you to where you want to be if you truly stick with it. Of course, there's going to be more details I've left out. I'm going to be fully honest. It's going to all be in the Discord. So if you really, really want a high win rate strategy, then join up. And yeah, I'll catch y'all. Peace out.